Hello and welcome to BucTV News. I'm Jonathan Jones.
And I'm Cliff Andrews. Coming up on BucTV News, the characters of Middletown come to Bud Frank Theater.
And BucTV speaks with SGA President Megan Gupta. BucTV starts now. Housing signups always come around during the spring semester, off campus, on campus. Which one is better? Reporter Aaron Teaser spoke to a few students and found that living on campus has its advantages.
When going to college, housing is of top priority. ETSU prides itself on a positive living space for its students. We asked students if they would rather live on or off campus and what they look for in campus housing.
Definitely on campus, because I like being in control of how quickly I'm going to get somewhere, because I know a lot of my friends that live off campus, they're always talking about, oh, I was late to class because I couldn't find a parking spot and all this stuff. But when I leave that dorm, I know exactly how long it's going to take me to walk to Brown or to Wharf Pickle, wherever I'm trying to get to, and I don't have to worry about traffic or finding a parking spot. I just like being in control of how long it's going to take me to get places, being able to walk.
I would choose on-campus housing because it's more convenient for me to just be able to walk to class 10 minutes before my class starts instead of having to drive over, find parking and stuff, so just easier.
Reporting for BucTV, I'm Aaron Teaster.
Coming to a stage near you, the ETSU Theater Department is performing the classic stage play Middletown by Will Eno. Middletown is a deeply moving and funny play exploring the universe of a small American town. The play tells the story of the inhabitants of Middletown and how their lives intersect in strange and poignant ways in a journey that takes them from the local library to outer space and points between.
It will appeal to students because I think a lot of the themes and topics that are mentioned in this are things that students go through. There's mention of discrimination, thoughts of suicide, and just kind of being lonely in this world, in a big world. And I think a lot of students will feel that Middletown could be here.
Middletown premieres on Thursday, February 21st to 24th at Bud Frank Theater. For more information on showtimes, tickets, and pricing, please contact William Kate in the ETSU Theater Department.
It's time again, SG election time. The most debated positions this year are those of President, Vice President, and Secretary. BucTV News spoke with current SGA President Megan Gupta about the upcoming election and the expectations of those interested in running.
They definitely have to be a student who is dedicated and passionate about their school, so ETSU, balanced, so they can balance school and extracurriculars.
If you're interested in running for SGA office, the deadline for applications is February 19th by 4 p.m. on the ETSU website.
Interested in getting more involved in local and national politics? The Leadership and Civic Engagement and the Friends of Committee on National Legislation is offering lobby training. This short one-day workshop gives participants the chance to learn more about the FCNL organization as well as tips and advice for lobbying. The event takes place on Wednesday, February 20th from 4 to 7 p.m. in room 132 at Lamb Hall.
April 15th is getting closer and closer. Yes, taxes. But fret not, students from the ETSU Business Department are offering free tax preparation with help from the IRS's Income Tax Assistance Program and financial support from Eastman Credit Union. ETSU business students will help any taxpayers whose household income was $55,000 or less during the 2018 tax year. BucTV News spoke with Dr. Michelle Freeman about this free tax service.
It is reservation only. We used to do walk-ins. It got a little chaotic, and I did not feel like we were able to serve them as efficiently and effectively as we should.
Tax preparation services begin February 16th through March 13th in Sam Wilson Hall, room 318 from 8:45 to 4 p.m.
Wham, bam, story slam. Looking for a fun evening of intense fun and interesting storytelling? JRH Brewing in Johnson City is hosting the Regeneration Story Slam, an appropriately themed night. 7 randomly selected storytellers will get the chance to tell their true stories all about dating. Organized by the ETSU Storytelling Program, the event takes place on Friday, February 15th. Admission is free, however, a $5 to $10 donation is suggested. These stories contain mature themes and are recommended for adult audiences only. For more information, please contact the ETSU Storytelling Program.
ETSU is currently making attempts to become greener with the community garden. ETSU's Director of Sustainability, Kathleen Moore, talks about what this means for the community.
But also for people to build community in the area. Because we normally, even if we come from different cultures, have different viewpoints, we can all come together around food.
For more information about the community garden and how to get involved, contact the Department of Sustainability at the email below.
Hollywood comes to ETSU. Los Angeles filmmaker Brian Storkel is coming to the Archives of Appalachia to film a documentary about regional folklore and notable residents throughout history. Filming takes place on Saturday, February 16th on the ETSU campus. Brian has worked on various productions that have been featured on ESPN and HBO. The production is not open to the public. However, you can catch the documentary in the near future on Netflix. Stay tuned for more information about the government shutdown after the break.
That's all we have for campus.
Not be bystanders.
We can stop to make sure someone is okay.
We can warn someone when their drink isn't safe.
And disrupt the situation.
We can
get someone the cab.
Or walk them home safely.
We can make campuses safer for our friends.
Our roommates.
Our classmates. Our fellow human beings.
We cannot be bystanders.
We can intervene.
It's on us.
All of us.
Learn how and take the pledge at itsonus.org.
Mrs. and Mrs. Jimmy at the DBU.
I came from 5 generations of teachers. Losing my job was the bottom falling out of my world.
Take a look under your bed. Find stuff under there? What about jobs? No? Now try your closet. Still no jobs? Just more stuff? Well, you really have both. See, stuff is defined as household articles considered as a group. Sometimes this stuff is no longer needed. Wait, no longer needed? That can't be right. Because remember those jobs you were looking for? Those are really needed. And they're the stuff inside your stuff. Our job is to unlock those jobs. And it starts when you donate your stuff to your local Goodwill. Here's how we do it. When you donate to Goodwill, we sell your stuff to provide job training for people right here in your community. So just by teaming up with Goodwill, you help create jobs. And isn't that worth parting with the leftover keytar from your 80s cover band? Goodwill. Donate stuff, create jobs.
Maria, so how's work?
It was 4th period biology. Our students just weren't getting how easily viruses spread. So Miss Bell and I had them role play a zombie virus outbreak. By the time they had all learned the lesson, all the living were dead. Hey, how's your job going?
That big sales meeting I planned? Next year, I might get to go.
Cool.
The bill to avert a second government shutdown has cleared both chambers of commerce and is on its way to President Trump's desk. But the battle over the president's border wall proposal isn't over yet.
Karen Kaifa is in Washington this morning with a look at what happens now.
With the shutdown standoff ending,
the conference report is adopted.
Another fight set to begin. Congress clearing a massive spending bill Thursday night that includes a bipartisan compromise on funding for border security. But in the president signing off and avoiding a second government shutdown,
he will also be issuing a national emergency declaration at the same time.
The legislation passed by Congress includes $1.375 billion for border barriers, well shy of President Trump's $5.7 billion ask for a southern border wall. So a White House official says the president is expected to add to that using executive actions to put together about $8 billion in funding. That will include $3.5 billion from the Defense Department's military construction budget, which requires that national emergency declaration, which Democrats are poised to challenge.
First of all, it's not an emergency, what's happening at the border. It's a humanitarian challenge to us. The president has tried to sell a bill of goods.
The idea making some Republicans uneasy, too.
I'm disappointed that the president has chosen to go this route.
The concern that we've got is that we not set new precedent.
Republicans concerned about the precedent the move could set for future Democratic presidents in bypassing Congress. In Washington, I'm Karen Kafa.
After more than a decade on Mars, NASA's Opportunity rover has completed its mission. NASA Administrator Jim Bredenstein has had this to say.
We are 14 years later, after 28 miles of travel, and today we get to celebrate the end of this mission. So it's an honor for me as the NASA Administrator to come out here to this amazing facility with so many amazingly talented people to say thank you for your great work, not just for our country, but for the science that people are going to be benefiting all over the world. They're going to be benefiting from this science for years to come.
Exploration rover sent back valuable information on the red planet for several years. Opportunity was launched in 2004 for a 90-day mission, which it well exceeded. During its time on Mars, the rover found parts of the planet suitable for sustaining microbial life. Trey Adams is up next with your sports.
They call me Maxie, but I prefer tripod. I was your above-average four-legged homie, and then wham, bam, minivan. Some people pity me. Now that's lame. I still run, fetch, and swim. And the ladies love me. I'm the ultimate wingman. Just don't ask me to high five.
What to expect when you're expecting a teenager.
Today we're talking about how to wake up your teen, and this works literally every time.
Good kisses. Good kisses. You heard how loud
I heard. It wasn't you. Yeah. It was the...
Is that bacon? You don't have to know it all to be a perfect parent. Thousands of teens in foster care will love you just the same.
There's a lot of fear in coming back to school. I'm a 40-year-old man that walked in there to get his high school diploma. It was very hard for me, but one of the teachers was Miss Araceli. She gave me direction. Every single time I had a question, she'll put down whatever she's doing and she'll sit there with you until you get it. 50% of getting your high school diploma is walking through those doors. The other 50% is doing the work.
Find free adult education classes near you at finishyourdiploma.org.
Your daughter just had her first breakup. Do you A, put yourself in her shoes? B, console her?
Don't worry, sweetie. This is gonna happen a lot.
Or C, find her a new boyfriend?
Nice, single boys. That was weird.
As a parent, there are no perfect answers. But you don't have to be perfect to be a perfect parent. Thousands of teens in foster care will love you just the same.
When some people struggle with their mortgage payments, they become frozen, petrified. Not knowing what to do, they do nothing. But the people who take action are far more likely to get the most positive outcome. Making home affordable is a free government program. Call now to talk one-on-one with a housing expert about the options that are right for you. Real help, real answers, right now.
Welcome back to BucTV News. I'm Trey Adams with your BucTV Sports Update.
The ETSU men's basketball team returned to the court Thursday night, hoping to put the last few games behind them and get back to winning as they welcome the Citadel Bulldogs to Freedom Hall. We pick up action in the first half. The Bucks down 5. Damian Williamson kicks over to a wide open Patrick Good, who spots up for 3 and hits. Bucks closing the gap to 2. A few moments later, ETSU still trailing. Trey Boyd finding a wide open Isaiah Tisdale, who knocks down the tray. Tisdale had 9 first half points. 3 minutes to go in the first half. Bo Hodges and the team on a fast break. Hodges goes up and elevates for the one-hand jam. However, ETSU trailed going into the locker room. That all changed in the second half. Isaiah Tisdale spotting up for 3 again and hitting again. He finishes with a career-high 29 points. And to put the stamp of approval on this game, Bo Hodges getting another breakaway slam to lift ETSU to their 20th win of the season. They win 91-83. After finishing a 3-game homestand, it was time to turn to the road as the ETSU women's basketball team took part in a Thursday morning Education Day game matchup against Wofford. We began in the first quarter. Carly Lidden dishing down in the paint to Alexis Spears. Spears would lay it up and she would count the bucket and the foul right here. And nice play by Spears. ETSU was up 1, but Wofford took much control for much of this game as this 3 from Chloe Wannick goes down, and the Terriers went up 13 as the teams went to the halftime break. And then we headed to the fourth quarter. The Bucks down 23 at one point, battle back to cut it to 4 as the Haynes-Overton-Spears connection works inside for the score. And with just 30 seconds to go, and as time ticked down under 10 seconds to go, Micah Sheets over to Erica Haynes-Overton in the corner, and she hits the 3. But the Wofford Terriers would take this one 77-74, the final. After back-to-back sweeps last weekend, the ETSU women's tennis team looked to make it a trifecta of wins against Appalachian State Wednesday. The Mountaineers opened up play with the first match win in doubles competition, additionally going in to sweep the doubles side. The Bucks fought back, though, in singles competition, picking up wins from Andrea Pascal-Laranaga, Raquel Amaro, and Unawin Elizaris to put themselves in position to win the match overall. But Appalachian State picked up key wins at the 1, 2, and 6 spots to close the match 4-3. ETSU returns to play against Alabama on Sunday. One ETSU team has already returned to the diamond, with another team soon to do the same. This weekend marks the beginning of the 2019 ETSU baseball season, and under second-year head coach Joe Panucci, the Bucks are hoping that this season marks the return to postseason action. Some Buck baseball players to watch include James Giambalvo, David Beam, and Colin Smith. That'll do it for your BucTV Sports Update. When we come back, we'll have your entertainment news, but now here's your play of the day, a posterizing slam by Marquise Chris.
Going one-on-one, in trouble. Chris sold it, sails inside. He absolutely shook the leg. 105, 103. He lifted out and said, take this. Throw the hammer down. Marquise Chris, welcome to Cleveland. Here comes Hollis Jefferson, weaves his way for the offhand tough shot. Hollis Jefferson has been brilliant. This is a great finish to a game here tonight. He's got 12 in the quarter.
As an 18-year-old, I let my mistakes kind of take over my life. I was 0.5 credits away from completing high school, and I didn't do it. When I found out that I was pregnant, I know that I had to do something for myself if I wanted to make her a better person and provide a better life for her. My family never stopped pushing for me to be better because they knew what I could become and who I could become as a person. My support team is amazing. The educational director here, my sister, and even my 7-year-old daughter has just been more than the support that I could ask for.
To see you makes me proud.
I've been given an opportunity, and I'm just thankful for it.
Find free adult education classes near you at finishyourdiploma.org.
Bye-bye.
Hi. Hoping for a crisp breeze to help keep you alert. Oh, he took a sip of water too. That'll probably help. You were probably gonna turn down the radio too, so you could focus, right?
Probably okay isn't okay.
Right?
If you see a warning sign, stop and call a cab, a car, or a friend.
I think the water line is what really drove it home. I blew on him.
It's a beautiful day out here. Sunny today with light breezes, giving way to clouds in the afternoon. We could see some light precipitation to moderate precipitation later on, followed by powerful storm-like conditions. 90-mile-per-hour winds are expected. Authorities are asking everyone, stay indoors. Come on, that's it. Let's go.
In an attic, miniature construction worker figurines aim jackhammers into the holes of a leather belt. Standing on scaffolding, painter figurines work on the back of a red high-heeled shoe while others appear to paint the tip. Under a bed, a figurine of a patient lies tucked in the pocket of a white shirt while doctor and nurse figurines stand nearby. Mechanic figurines install a SIM card into a laptop. Nearby, more figurines stand among numerous household items. Your stuff can help fund job training and placement in your community. The Goodwill and Ad Council logos appear. Donate stuff, create jobs. Find your nearest donation center at goodwill.org.
Welcome back to BucTV News. I'm Jerica Dyson with your entertainment news. The annual 91st Oscars ceremony is embroiled in controversy, and the show hasn't even aired yet. On February 11th, the Academy announced the following cut categories that will not air on ABC: Best Cinematography, Best Editing, Best Live Action Short, and Best Makeup and Hairstyling. As a result, many people are outraged and took to social media to express their displeasure. Filmmaker and previous winner of Best Director in Picture, Guillermo del Toro, weighed in on the issues on Twitter, saying that cinematography and editing are at the heart of our craft. The Academy has not responded to the criticisms that the decisions are reportedly being made by the Academy to satisfy ABC's hopes of beefing up ratings. The awards air on February 24th at 8 p.m. on ABC. According to the Los Angeles County Sheriff's Office, rapper Rich the Kid was shot at and robbed in an altercation that also involved members of his entourage this past Tuesday. Reporters say the rapper, whose name is Dimitri Roger, was outside a recording studio in West Hollywood when the robbery took place. According to sheriff's deputies, the three victims, which included Roger, said the suspect appeared from an alley demanding money and jewelry, then physically assaulted them. Reports also state that singer-songwriter Usher was recording at the studio when the incident took place, but was not involved in any way. Authorities say the rapper and other two victims were treated at the scene and released. Our hearts were shattered at the news of alleged attack of actor Jussie Smollett a few weeks ago. Now news reports are surfacing that cast doubt on whether the attack actually happened. Smollett says that on January 29th, he was in a Chicago Streetville neighborhood when two masked men shouted homophobic slurs at him, put a rope around his neck, and poured liquid on him that he believed to be bleach. Smollett sat down with Good Morning America yesterday to address this incident. However, some media outlets have claimed to have information from Chicago PD that say the incident could possibly be a hoax. Could Apple get any more creative with its ideas? US Today is reporting that on March 25th at its Cupertino campus, Apple may launch a new entertainment service, a magazine subscription app, and an update to the wireless AirPods. Apple is in communication with some well-known celebrities such as Oprah Winfrey, Reese Witherspoon, and Jennifer Aniston. Many are suspecting that Apple will allow a free 3-month trial entertainment service. Well, that's all we have for you for your entertainment news. Here's your Hollywood Minute.
We're in New York now. Let us dress as New Yorkers. I feel like a complete idiot.
Eddie Murphy is coming back to America. Paramount has announced a sequel to Murphy's 1988 comedy, Coming to America, about an African prince who traveled to the States in search of freedom and a bride of his own choosing. No word on a title for the new film, which is scheduled to hit theaters in August of 2020.
Now it looks as though they're here to stay. Oh, I believe in yesterday.
When did you write that?
I didn't write it. Paul McCartney wrote it, the Beatles.
Who?
A struggling musician discovers he's the only person on Earth who remembers the Beatles and shoots to stardom creating their music in the first trailer for Yesterday. The music-filled comic fantasy stars Himesh Patel, Lily James, Kate McKinnon, and Ed Sheeran.
Song title, Hey
dude.
Hey, dude, are you sure?
Hey, dude.
It's so much better.
Do-do-do-do-do-do.
In Hollywood, I'm David Daniel.
Here's your check.
Oh, you got it. You know, since I got rid of my car, I really enjoy walking.
Okay. God, no.
Getting pulled over for buzz driving could cost you around $10,000 in fines, legal fees, and increased insurance rates.
Oh, you're home early.
You live with your mom?
That'll set your game back a few years. Buzzed, busted, and broke. Because buzz driving is drunk driving.
Look at you. You're at the top of your game. You're unstoppable. Nothing can throw you off track. Wait, is that your car? Uh-oh. Yeah, I saw that coming. That will throw you off track. You're looking at around 10 grand in fines, legal fees, and increased insurance rates. Let's try this again. Smart move. Because buzz driving is drunk driving.
Bye-bye.
Hi. Hoping for a crisp breeze to help keep you alert. Oh, he took a sip of water too. That'll probably help.
You were probably going to turn down the radio too, so you could focus, right? Probably okay isn't okay. Right. If you see a warning sign, stop and call a cab, a car, or a friend.
I think the water line is what really drove it home. I blew on him.
Every year, 40% of all food in the U.S. never gets eaten.
40%. That's almost half the food we produce.
Food waste is a serious problem. It impacts all of us.
And it's expensive. Your family is throwing $1,500 a year in the trash.
We're working hard to put food waste on the chopping block.
And you can do the same at home.
Learn how to cook it, store it, and share it.
Just don't waste it.
Go to SaveTheFood.com.
A rare big cat is caught on camera for the first time in a century.
And a cop escapes a roadside near miss caught on camera. Coming up in today's Take a Look at This.
San Diego Zoo officials recently shared photographic evidence of a rare black leopard. Biologists shot the footage of the sleek, big cat walking majestically in Kenya and say this is the first time the animal has been photographed in Africa since 1909. The leopard's coat color is pitch black as a result of a gene mutation, and although its coat appears black during the day, its rosette patterns are visible at night through infrared imagery. There have been other reported sightings of the animal, sometimes called the Black Panther, but this is the first confirmed sighting with photo evidence in over a century. And no, the Marvel movie doesn't count. Check out the wrestling moves on this 6-year-old. Now consider that Nick Trotter was born with no feet and without a left hand. His parents say his disability has never stopped him from doing the things he loves, including multiple sports. Wrestling is his latest passion, and he's already pinned several opponents in tournaments. His parents say his determination and positivity is an inspiration.
He'll say, well, God made me this way, you know. Just an amazing kid.
And finally, an Iowa deputy is recovering from minor injuries after he was hit by an out-of-control car. Dallas County officials posted the video showing deputies working an accident when a driver loses control, narrowly missing 2 people and striking the deputy. Officials say the close call is a good reminder to drive slowly in inclement weather. For Take a Look at This, I'm Jeremy Roth.
You got any plans for the weekend?
You know, I've actually got to go grocery shopping. I have no food in my house.
I feel you.
What are you doing?
Yeah. But that's it for BucTV News. We'll see you next week.